What's good, YouTube? What is good? It is Friday, August the 11th. It's about 11:05 on the PM here in the Bronx, New York. I'm here with my two good friends, Mr. Socrates Palmer Jr. and my main man, the mechanic, Reno Benitez. And real quick before we start and get into this boxing talk and talk about the fights this weekend, I want to say happy birthday to hip hop. We are in the Bronx. They had a big show today at Yankee Stadium, and wanted to just start off by saying that this is the birth of hip hop here in the Bronx. And then so let me just remove this from the screen so you could see our ugly, pretty faces. And there you go. What is good, gentlemen?
What is good, sir? How are you? Thanks for putting this together. Salute, Reno, my brother.
Salute, my brothers.
Hey, this is the new and improved
Oreo Express.
That is the Oreo Express. That was the old wrestling name we had, and we still rock with that gimmick. Too bad our boy Jason J. Flex or Mac Daddy Flex or Daddy Flex couldn't make it today on today's show. He'll try to be back next week. So we're not going to go and give any recap to SummerSlam. We're just going to, get into this boxing talk. So tomorrow, Saturday, we will start off with the fights in the UK. And we have the main event of, the former Olympic, Mr. Anthony Joshua will be taking on a fill-in because Mr. Dillian White popped dirty once again. This is his third time popping dirty?
Yep.
The fill-in is a guy that just got killed last October by Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, within 30 seconds in
the first round. I was there live, and the sound effect was pretty crazy. If you ask me and anybody that was there. But yeah, that's who AJ is fighting, and hopefully or supposedly, if AJ wins this fight, that would be the next fight. It's supposedly going to be Joshua versus Wilder. I'm hearing sometime in January. Supposedly they're working on it. It's almost done. I don't know for sure. These are just rumors. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no sources. You know what I'm saying? Sources.
What's going on with him and Ruiz? That's happening. It's not. One day it's happening. One day it's not happening.
Ruiz wants 50-50, and they're not giving him 50-50.
I mean, I think he deserves it.
Especially if it's a pay-per-view.
If it's a pay-per-view and Deontay Wilder held one title, he held 3 titles.
Good point.
And his most impressive win is better than Wilder's biggest win.
Excellent point.
He beat AJ, but AJ has not looked like the guy that everybody thought he was because AJ's got 3 L's on his record. So I don't know. But I do see a point, and he does bring the Latino fan base as well.
Yeah, Mexicans love boxing, man.
Yeah, it's true, and they support more than other nationalities. I mean, that's just a fact, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, but that's pretty much why that fight's not happening. I think they offered him a decent deal. I don't know what the split was, but obviously Ruiz wants 50-50, and that's where.
And then they also have the common opponent in Ortiz, and they both beat him. So
they both beat Ortiz, yeah.
50-50, man. Give him that 50-50.
Or
46, 55-45.
Well, Wilder stopped Ortiz twice, and Ruiz didn't. So even though he did knock, he knocked Ortiz down though. I think a couple of times.
That was a firefight too. That was a decent fight.
That was a good fight. Yeah, Ortiz was in the fight too. He looked good at times, and that was a good fight for Ruiz. But especially because that was after the Areola fight, and he didn't look too good against Areola.
Yeah,
and Areola is washed.
Yeah.
No. Nice shirt, Sock. Representing the Bronx logo there.
Yeah. Always show support to the local guy.
Yeah.
Jose, you can see him in front of Olivia's.
Right
on the corner of Leland.
Yeah, in the big truck, the big hip hop truck. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a hoodie. I got a hoodie with the Bronx logo. Put him over. I'm gonna see if I get him on the show one day. I'll probably go to the truck, maybe go live and do something with him. promote the truck there. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so that's the main event. I don't think we're gonna see anything special. I think what we're looking for, at least what I'm looking for, is a clean AJ win, and hopefully we get the fight that we want to see, at least at the heavyweight, because there's not many fights at heavyweight right now that is interesting.
You know
It's
what's
his
funny?
second fight.
I'm surprised they let Helenius fight. He just fought like 3 days ago. It looked like he was fighting in the dungeon.
Pretty much, he's fought. Yeah, he fought some bum, and he stopped him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and I'm
well,
shocked.
the guy was undefeated. You know.
Yeah, but I think he had like 6 fights or something like that.
Yeah. It was.
He was undefeated,
it happened in.
Yeah,
I think it happened in Sweden. I think it was.
Yeah, it looked like it happened in my basement. That's what I was like.
The Swedish meatball. You know, probably his brother-in-law or something.
It could be.
Sure.
You know, but you know, credit to Helenius for stepping in. There was a couple of names they threw out there. You know, good paycheck.
You saw Ruiz was campaigning for the 3rd fight.
He wanted to be the fill-in, but Joshua doesn't want that because the last time he was a fill-in, and that's what happened, right?
Well, so, you got that. Yeah. You got that Saudi money coming. You don't want to do anything. You pick a safe Robert Helenius, who couldn't punch though. You know,
right. And he's big, and Joshua's chin is questionable. Mm-hmm. Second fight under Derek James, correct?
Second fight under Derek James. Yes.
Okay. Derek James, flying high in April, shot down in May, huh?
I was gonna say,
I mean, he was the cat's meow a couple of weeks ago. Like you would have thought he was the one that put the laces in the gloves, right? Like
absolutely.
Not so much right now.
No,
not so much right now.
Actually, he's getting criticized too for not stopping.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
for stopping it, or for not stopping it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stopping early. Yeah, they criticized that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
a lot of pressure on both guys.
Yeah.
Now the one thing I want to see how the fan base is going to be, because I mean the English fight crowd is electric. You know, they sell a lot of tickets, and that's always been Anthony Joshua's calling card, right? But he can always kind of call his own shots because, you know, he's going to put 30,000-40,000 people on a bad day, right? So let's see. Obviously those tickets are already sold.
Yeah.
You know, the crowd is rabid over there anyway. They're rabid for their countrymen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a small country, you know what I'm saying? But they support their guys, like, you know. So the undercard is nothing special. It's a bunch of guys that been knocked out a bunch of times.
It's a DAZN card. Call it what it is. It's the zone card.
It's pretty much a zone trash card. And
Hrgovic
is on it.
Well, Hrgovic and is fighting an undefeated guy, you know, and Dempsey McKeon from Australia.
Hrgovic is good, but again, he hasn't been tested either.
I mean, let's see. I'm doing my box rec homework. I see McKean, Australia, 6'6". He's 32.
Yeah.
Last fought in October of 2022. 14 KOs out of the 22 wins. And Filip, who got the controversial dub against Zhao Zhang.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Zhang won that fight.
Wow, he hadn't fought. Wow, it's going to be a calendar year, so this could be a very dull fight.
The Zhang fight was the last fight, right?
Well, yeah.
He fought August 20th.
And his excuse was he wasn't 100%. That's what he's saying. So he said 100%. Zhang no way beats him. Like that was like one of the latest things I saw. So.
Well, on paper, they matched up perfect because one guy's 31, the other guy's 32. They're both 6'6". Knockout percentage, the edge to Filip. The edge in comp, you got to give it to Filip, obviously. With his win over Zhang, albeit controversial. He fought Eric Molina, one of Deontay Wilder's. One of Deontay Wilder's.
Scuba partners.
Yeah.
Molina's been knocked out by other guys as well. You fucking haters.
And they all look like deep sea diving.
I see he fought two of my guys though. Amir Mansour back in 2018, he dropped him. I mean, stopped him in the third. And Kevin Johnson, who was once highly touted back in 2018 as well. Interesting. That's the co-feature. And then we have, of course, the War Horse, the man that fights for food, right? Derek Chisora. War.
Del Boy.
Right?
My man
Del Boy. Yes, right. Is Del 40 yet? He's 39.
He's up there. He's been in a lot of wars.
Washington is a hamburger.
Yeah, he's been knocked out by almost everybody. But he did. You know what's funny? Washington, I think, stopped Helenius.
Yes.
I think he stopped. He beat Helenius. He stopped Helenius.
So
that's crazy.
That just totally takes that totally discredits the fight tomorrow. You got stopped by Gerald Washington.
He was supposedly going to be a sub for
Dillian. Well,
he was an option.
Well, I mean,
because they worked together. They sparred, I think.
Well, Gerald Washington was a guy that took, boxing late, a football player that couldn't hack it. Yeah, looks like Tarzan, fights like Jane, as the old saying.
He gave Wilder a little bit of trouble for like 3-4 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 good wins, when he came up. He beat Eddie Chambers, Fast Eddie Chambers, and Ray Austin. And Ray
Austin, another Klitschko victim.
Yes, Ray Austin from Cleveland. I remember him. So
the heavyweight division is just
4 names, bro.
Yeah,
and Jared Anderson isn't there yet.
Yeah,
he didn't look too great in his last fight. Hrgovic hasn't fought anyone. It's just it's those 4 names.
And then you have the Cuban that's coming up. That
what happened to Felix Sanchez?
He hasn't fought in a while either.
I'm sorry, not Felix Sanchez. Frank
Sanchez. Yeah, he hasn't fought.
What happened to him?
A lot of people. He's called out a couple people. No one's taking that fight.
He must be having managerial problems or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy hasn't fought. Matter of fact, didn't he fight the same night as that Zhang Hrgovic fight? I'm
not sure. I know he won.
He could have. I don't remember. It's been a minute. So if that was the case, that was a long time ago too. That was last year.
Yep,
it's been a while. He's been on the milk carton. Yeah.
Isn't he a top ranked fighter?
Sanchez?
Yeah.
I'd have to do my Googles.
I'm not sure. I think
he's probably with Louis DeCubis.
I've seen him fight on top ranked cards. I know I've seen him fight on top ranked cards.
Maybe I'm pretty sure he's got to be with Louis DeCubis and them niggas. I mean, those guys.
Probably. Yeah.
He hasn't.
He's probably, and his age is probably wrong because he looks like he's.
But who was the one that beat Fa? Was it Frank?
I think it was Frank.
He beat him by decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 21.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you know what? I'm sorry. He fought the highly touted Daniel Martz in April. He stopped him in the first round.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
In California, and I was wrong. He was not on that card. But yeah, FA was like the last big win. He wasn't he part of like with Canelo's Peoples at one point?
I believe so.
Didn't he fight? His last fight, he won a decision over. Who's the other heavyweight that was coming up?
No, that was it. He beat his last fight was April against Daniel Martz, and then he beat maybe Carlos Negron. You're talking about?
No,
Puerto Rican heavyweight.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else then.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he figured after he knocked somebody out in the first round, last time he fought was in April. You got to keep him more active.
Definitely sounds like a managerial thing.
Yeah, I looking here, they don't have anybody registered as his manager. But yeah, so it's a showcase fight. You know, Anthony Joshua has to win impressive because he wasn't great his last time out.
No, he wasn't. Yeah,
you know,
but it was his first fight with a new trainer.
Right.
So we'll see now.
And he actually in an interview he was downplaying that that Ruiz third fight. You know, he was really like crapping on Ruiz. Yeah, I saw him in the interview. So it's a little edge to Anthony Joshua.
That's when when a dude beats you and makes you run out of America because now you never came back to fight again.
Never.
You know. And even then, remember the second fight he fought. Although he boxed his head off, he fought scared though.
He did.
Like a sissy. He fought like
he was scared.
A guy that looks like that and is that big fought like a total sissy.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know? He was scared. And you know,
and now fighting,
we advocated for him a little bit.
He fights Ruiz again, you're gonna fight a better version of Ruiz.
Ruiz
the first two
fights.
fights.
I mean Ruiz was training on tacos and Coronas and blowing coke.
Yeah, and and remember he was like on a big Snickers diet too, so he's seen a lot of Snickers too.
Yeah, he also looked like he was skiing or eating powdered donuts, you know.
Yeah. That was his fault. He thought he could go and gain 300 pounds and just stop him again. And
you know. So, but I do like Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is talented. I thought he got jobbed against Joshua Parker. I mean, against Parker.
Joe Parker.
Yeah, I thought he won
Joseph Parker. You know.
Parker,
so in reality, he's got the one loss.
Yeah.
You know, in my eyes, but you know, his biggest enemy is always himself.
Yep.
So
and he looks like he's been training. Even though it was funny is that in the Areola fight is when he first cut the weight, right?
Yeah.
And he looked slow and you know. He might even lost that fight and they gave it to him because he looked bad. You know.
Areola looked better than what a lot of people anticipated.
Yeah.
I think he was with Joe Goosen for that fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I guess we'll get rid of Dazin for a while and let's go to the Showtime. We'll go to the Showtime fights. Nothing too special, no big names really. The main event is for the bantamweight title that Inoue left that made vacant. It's Manuel Rodriguez, the Puerto Rican, who lost to Inoue. He got stopped versus Melvin Lopez from Nicaragua. And Melvin Lopez, he's like on an eight game. You hear me? He's like on an 8-fight win streak.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know much about Lopez. I've seen Rodriguez fight a few times. He's okay, average at best. You know,
nothing special. Not yet, anyway.
Special. You know, so that's the main event. I don't know if you guys want to touch up on that. I mean, I don't know much about Melvin Lopez.
Neither do I. So I don't even want to.
Yeah,
I just know he's won his last 8 fights. He's only got one loss, and I think he got stopped. I think he might have got stopped.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's for the IBF version of the 118 pound title. That's good. It's creating opportunities for a lot of guys.
Yeah,
you know, the crumbs that Inoue left behind.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, respect to both fighters. Yeah, I think it's a good show.
What the main attraction probably is Gary Antuanne Russell. He hasn't fought since we were there with the Danny Garcia Benavidez card.
Mm-hmm.
He beat the Cuban Barthélemy.
Mm-hmm.
That was his last fight. So he's fighting
controversial stoppage.
It was a bad stoppage.
And Barthélemy was coming on strong.
Yeah, we were talking about that behind the scenes.
Yeah,
it was a quick hook. Trying to keep that undefeated streak alive.
Yeah, but it was early though. So like, I mean, he probably could have stopped him in because he did knock him down and he hurt Barthélemy too. So
yeah.
You know, but you know, there's two decent names. He's not really fighting a name guy.
Well, he's not ready for that yet. Not yet.
Yeah, but he fought. I mean, he stopped Posto. Posto's never been stopped. That was the first. That was
another quick hook.
That was a quick hook, but he was hurt, and then he stopped Barthélemy. You know, who's a name? He's a name fighter. So, but that's the Showtime card. He's probably the main attraction of the card. I mean, he's the co-main event.
I mean, that's the kind of card that if I miss it, I won't be.
Yeah, because we'll be watching the ESPN card anyway.
Yeah.
Which let's go into the ESPN card, which is Navarrete against Valdez. Like we already mentioned, did we speak about Richie Torrez? We were speaking of behind the scenes. I don't know.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. Richie Torrez will probably get showcased on this. the silver medalist, the heavyweight who fights real tall,
Yeah.
keep his chin out there,
lot of wide shots, hands are low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Top Rank knows how to build up guys.
Yeah, so that's pretty much,
I think I think they'll take care of them. They know what they have,
They'll give him another 5 fights, and then they'll probably set up him and FA.
Yeah, or somebody there.
Yeah, I mean, he fights exciting. He'll get built up.
Yeah.
He's got the ESPN machine behind him, which will definitely help.
Yeah. And he's he's Olympian, so that helps too. He's been around. He's got a bunch of amateur fights. I just don't think he's anything special, but I guess time will tell.
Correct.
But let's go to what I think is going to be the best fight of the night, the main event. Top Rank Oscar Valdez versus Emmanuel Navarrete for I don't think it's for anything. Is it for a vacant 130? I don't think it's just for anything. It's just probably for a contender spot, or maybe.
No, it is. It is for a title.
It is for a vacant title?
Yeah, it's for the WBO.
Okay.
WBO super featherweight title. Yes.
Okay, so it is, yeah.
Well, you know what you're getting with Valdez. He's gonna stand in front of you. It's not gonna wow you with head movement or his footwork. So it should make for an interesting fight.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting. He is the favorite. He's minus 175, so it's almost a 2-1 favorite. Valdez, Navarrete, this is his second fight at this weight. He's been knocking guys out. His last fight,
fast too.
His last fight, he won by knockout, but he got dropped.
Yes,
he got dropped his last fight.
That's what makes this interesting.
Like the fourth round, I think, something like that. So he got dropped, and he came out. So he's he's been knocked down before, also. And Valdez has not looked good. Like his last 3 fights. Oh, he just dropped. That's the gimmick.
Flash knockdown.
Well, I can say he hasn't looked good. His last fight, he fought. He looked good in the last 2 rounds. He almost stopped the guy, but the fight before that was a Shakur fight. He
peaked. It seems like he's peaked since he did to Brichel.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he looked amazing that night against Brichel.
Well, also, remember, he also could be coming off from popping hot. Remember, he popped hot. So,
right. Yeah, and right before
whatever he's cycling off of has changed his trajectory.
Yep. Right.
It's possibility.
And he got criticized highly. They were talking about the camp. That's
Consejo. The Consejo fight. A lot of people thought he lost.
Yeah, and that was when he popped. That was the fight before. And they were saying that he shouldn't even got to fight, but they let the fight go on anyway.
Remember, he's a volume puncher, and the volume wasn't too crazy, which also with performance enhancing, especially once they take a boxing, helps with the performance and the output.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be on paper a very good fight, and it's almost has the makeup in a perfect world. Like if obviously this is we hope nothing is scripted here, right, in boxing, but I think the two guys kind of need each other. I don't think that either one is going to remind you of Barrera and Morales, but at 130 has always been that division that's kind of like the layover division. Okay, you win a belt, then you hop over to 35. But neither one of these guys, I think, will make it to 35 unless it's just to get fed to like a prospect. Navarrete looked like a monster at 22, at 26. His last fight against the Brit, was it Liam Nelson
Smith or something like that?
Yeah, he didn't look great, but he still knocked him out. And that's the beauty of Navarrete. Navarrete's, if you're working with a kid, and you tell somebody, hey, Manny Navarrete is not what you want to do. It's not the type of fighter you want to emulate, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. And Navarrete is never in a dull fight. He burst on the scene when he stopped Dog Bay on ESPN, and he's been, just on a big high. he didn't look great against Joet. What's his name? Joet, the guy that Shakur beat, his ex brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
But he still won. Volume guy, throws punches from all angles, and like you said, Valdez has that great amateur background. Is a guy that probably has a lot of miles on that odometer. So
well, you can see it on his face when he gets hit, automatic reddening and sweating, and you know what I mean.
So it's an interesting fight. Has Navarrete grown into that 130? And does Valdez have anything left?
Oh, for me, this is a crossover. This is a kill or be kill fight for Valdez. He loses, he becomes a stepping stone, or he just needs to retire.
Yeah.
It's a win or go home, if you want to say that.
I'm gonna pick Valdez to win. But it's like you said, if he can't beat this guy, and it's no shame or
Navarrete chasing history. This will be his third world title.
I got Navarrete.
And his last fight, he got dropped by a less talented guy, right? Because he's a less talented guy than.
But that can also be you fight to your level of your competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he knows he's getting in the ring with a former champion. So now maybe the juices are flowing, and I think Valdez is on the wrong side of the mountain. You know what I mean? I think it's over. He loses by decision.
And if you think about it, Valdez's last fight, he didn't look good, but the last 2 rounds, he looked great. So, he could take something from the last 2 rounds and bring it into this fight, right? So,
interesting. Going to be interesting to watch.
But I'm picking Valdez by stoppage. I'm going to say Valdez in 8.
Now, the one thing about Valdez, you look at his resume from 2017 on, he hasn't had anybody easy. Because, he fought Adam Lopez twice. Yeah. Adam Lopez is solid.
Yeah.
Jason Velez, Miguel Burchett, Consejo, Shakur, Scott Quigg. He's been in there against the best of the best.
Yeah.
And this goes back to my, the miles. High miles,
a lot of miles. And plus the long amateur background. He's 32. Guys at the lighter weight classes tend to age faster. I'm picking Navarrete. I've always been high on Vaquero. I think he's great. If he washes Valdez, I don't think he'll just jump to 35. I think we'll keep him there because he's only 28.
Well, they could put him with Oshaki. Oshaki's going to need a fight, and that's a winnable fight, right?
Correct. So Oshaki Foster.
If Navarrete wins, I could see him fighting.
Oshaki Foster.
Yeah, I could see that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But hopefully we get a good war.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think we might see the first of a trilogy, maybe.
That's possible, yeah.
Depending on how close the fight is. If it's a blowout, obviously there's no need for it. But if it's as close, if it's a arguable decision, he got robbed. Why not? But
it seems like those little Mexicans get that trilogy it's almost like Halley's Comet. Like every 8 years, because we had, of course, at least our era, Marquez Barrera.
Yep.
We had what's my man's name? Rafael Marquez and Israel Vasquez.
But
they fought 4 times, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, but then you had Eric Morales.
His eye ruined.
Eric Morales was those 3. Barrera, Morales.
Yeah, and all those trilogies. So I listen. Top Rank knows how to make money.
Yeah.
And I think that if the fight is somewhat close, it's a rematch, and then if that one's close, you're gonna see another rematch. That's just my take. Because where do these guys go?
Yeah. They can't go up. So there's too many killers at 135.
Yeah,
it's the tank. You're gonna get fade. You're gonna get.
But I will say this: did y'all see the weigh-in? Navarrete struggled to, he had to strip down to make weight. He's the one moving. Well, his second fight, not technically moving up. He moved up his last fight, but he had to strip down to make weight. So, that may be a sign there. But he made weight, but he had to strip strip all the way down to make weight.
So. Okay, second attempt. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have it on, and I'll have the fight on in the backyard. I'll be running around, but I'll probably. I mean, it should be later anyway, so I should have time to sit down.
Yeah, it's the late fights. The UK fight obviously during the day. The main event about 5. You know, more trash zone fights, more trash at the zone. You know,
I see. There's a guy, a young man, Lindolfo Delgado. He's undefeated, super lightweight. He's on this card as well. He's fighting another Paisan, Jair Valtierra, who's decent, 16-2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's on the Top Rank.
Yeah. Top Rank knows how to crank them out, bro. They're fighting in Arizona.
His name is not. He don't call him the Godfather for nothing.
You know, you guys are jerks. And
how is he a jerk, Tom? You said the Godfather. Cranky Bob.
Yeah, they're good matchmakers. They know how to, make their guys look good against.
They're the standard.
They're gonna make this guy Torres look like,
Since we're on Top Rank, right?
Ever until
they're the best.
To be good and gets knocked out.
Since we're on Top Rank, question to you guys: why do they make Top Rank makes the most excuses for Lomachenko? Now he doesn't want the Shakur fight because now something's going on close to his home in the Ukraine.
Yeah, he's
but if Haney wanted the fight, he would have took the Haney fight.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you bring up a good point. I mean, let me be devil's advocate. A lot of people think that he got jobbed against Devin Haney.
He did.
So he's probably sitting down and saying the only fight I want is Devin Haney.
Jobbed in a close fight. You can't say.
I said.
No, you said
a lot of people
think he got jobbed.
Yes,
against them, but a job.
No, listen, who got screwed over? Did anyone walk away thinking better of Devin Haney after that fight?
No.
Yes.
But
really,
then again,
he got to win.
I disagree.
That's a
I think the judges.
A lot of people have. A lot of people can't say that.
The judges gave him the benefit of the doubt. I think. I don't think that anyone came out saying Devin Haney is the best 135 pounder at all.
Remember,
I think Lomachenko came out better because he super exceeded expectations.
Remember his way. What was Lomachenko's biggest thing about this fight with Haney was, I want to be champion at 137. Okay, so now you and Shakur are gonna fight for a vacant belt. Why are you not taking that fight? But like I said, if Haney said, I want this fight here, he's gonna take it.
Yeah.
He's ducking the young boy, and that's okay.
Big time.
Do you think he's earned that right? Has he built some collateral?
Not at his age, because who's going to fight? Right? You're going to fight Kambosos?
What is that? 19, 20 fights? What you really earn?
Yeah, but he came out the amateurs late. It's not how many fights, it's his age.
Yeah, but also we're talking about
he started late.
Sock asked if he earned the right to duck, and I'm like, no, you only had 60 fights. What right do you have? You earned what? 18
how many
fights?
more fights he has? He can't move to 140. He's too small.
Right.
Yeah.
This is it for him. This is,
But if your goal is to become champion, it's sitting right in front of you.
It's true. I mean,
there's a lot of good fighters at 135.
I agree, but remember,
we just mentioned Haney. Well, Haney's moving up to 140, but you got Shakur, you got Frank.
Remember,
Martin.
he was why was he crying in the locker room?
Even bum-ass Kambosos, huh?
Remember what was the reason why he was crying in the locker room?
Because he thought he won,
and because he thought he was going to become. He promised his daughter he was going to become champion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got another opportunity.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he's turning it down.
Yeah, no, he said no.
It's like you said. If Haney would have said, "All right, I'll give you the rematch," he wouldn't be going to his country for alleged
absolutely
problem,
not.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And how much fighting are they really doing? I mean, the country is, but how much? Yeah. He goes take pictures with an AK-47, but you ain't bucking that AK-47.
Exactly. What is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, you holding it.
Yeah.
It look cool.
Right.
Yeah, you look cool with the fatigue outfit and the AK, but you're busting that AK, man. Stop.
It's bullshit, man. There's a lot of good fighters at 135. Now they're gonna get an opportunity because Haney's the titles will be up, right? He's letting go all the titles, or is it
he's
just
gonna
one
make it? He's not going back down. I don't think he's going back down because one, he doesn't. The Shakur fight's not happening. So he knows you come back down, you have to fight Shakur. He's in mandatory. They made him your mandatory, so now you got to fight him. He's not going to do that. If you're going to go fight Bum Regis. Regis is a bum.
Regis is not a bum. That's a tough fight. That's not.
I think Regis had a lot of distractions when he fought the Puerto Rican dude.
Regis I think fighting at home.
He did. He did.
Awful.
He did.
And that's the only reason the Haney's want that fight.
My only problem with Regis is a stalker. Regis is gonna chase you down the ring like this. Doesn't cut the ring off. He's a stalker, and he stops, he plants, and then he swings. But all the time he's just like this. He's flying around the ring, throwing a hook. But I'm not too impressed with Regis.
Well, we'll see. I mean, when he fought Taylor, they were exchanging, and Taylor moves. Taylor doesn't, just sit there. Well,
and that's why Taylor beat him.
Taylor hustle.
And you already know. Devin Klitschko's gonna jab, hold. The Klitschko. He's a lightweight Klitschko.
Yeah, but he didn't hold much. He didn't hold much in the Loma fight.
With no power.
He couldn't. Lomachenko was spinning him and bullying him.
Yeah, he schooled him.
Couldn't.
I think Haney. A lot of people see him as an illegitimate champ. I don't think I think he's,
which is sad. He's the champ though.
He beat the guy that beat the guy twice, and he went overseas to do it.
And he deserves him. He's the champ, bro.
And whether you said it was he got jobbed or not, he's still got to win over him. He's a legit undisputed champ.
He's a champ, bro.
Let's see what he does at 140. He's because the weight obviously was killing him in the last fight. He looked like Skeletor, right? So now he'll fill his body a little bit more. Let's see how he looks at 140. There's some good fighters at 140.
The knock on Haney is people say he had the easiest road to undisputed champ.
Right, and it's not his fault.
No,
it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Teofimo lost to a C-level guy.
It's not his fault because you know why? He took 25% and went over there. So
yeah, and if Lopez, if Teofimo would have beat Kambosos, Teofimo was not going to fight Haney.
I think he would have.
I don't think he was. And there goes Reno getting dropped again. I don't think he would have fought him. But we'll never know. But they have a chance to fight each other now because now they're both at 140. So let's see what happens, right?
Well, they got that beef anyway. So hopefully we get that 135 low key, 135 and 140. They kind of become like the new 147.
Yeah, because 147 is
very deep, very deep, very deep. Across the street we got I think the bad, the boogeyman Tank Davis.
That's another guy that nobody seems to want to fight. And then at the same time, they don't want to fight anybody that unless they're Latino.
Well,
right? Tank only fights Latin fighters.
Well, because that's the Mayweather blueprint.
That's the big, yep, exactly. So
don't be surprised if they offer Lomachenko the fight because now Lomachenko's a little old, longer in the tooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tank, he gets hit a lot more. And, and Tank could punch, Tank could pop. So try to be the first one to stop Lomachenko.
The thing with Tank is that Tank is the A side to everybody.
Well, yeah.
He don't even need the belts. He's the A side.
Oh yeah.
To everybody. So. It's Tank and Floyd's terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Well, Tank is going to continue to fight B, C level fighters, and they won't put him in there with an A.
Gonna milk that Garcia fight. They're gonna talk. They're gonna talk about the bank that they made,
and they're gonna talk. And the latest is they're trying to get. They want Inouye to come up at a catchweight to fight Tank,
which is ridiculous. Why would he do that?
But Inouye called him out though. That's what's funny. Inouye's the one that called Tank out. That's the funny part. He said by next year he would like to fight Tank.
But you're gonna go up 2 weight classes, my guy.
Well, maybe in 2 years, Tank will probably have to, get a couple of teeth extracted to make the weight. So maybe
because he's too.
The longer he stays,
too small to fight at 147.
Yeah.
What about that stupid call out of Terrence Crawford? Come on, clout is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Who's the A side if that was to happen?
Terrence Crawford is.
You think so?
That's double unified. Terrence Crawford is the A side.
You're right. You're right, but who sold more?
That's
I mean,
that's what Ellaby would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what he would say. That's the Mayweather line.
Right, and it had nothing to do with Ryan Garcia being on the card. It just happened,
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying.
And it just happens.
Crawford,
A guy who has 50 million followers, or whatever the case may be.
Right,
That's the biggest fight. That's the biggest fight Crawford ever had.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, I just wanted to throw that out there because technically Tank would be the A side if that was to happen. But that fight would never happen.
I mean, it's a historic fight. It would be a throwback. I mean, if Tank does that to do like what Duran did against Leonard, that's that type of historic leap.
If Spence couldn't hurt Crawford, Tank is not hurting him. Not happening.
Correct.
I think Tank hits harder though.
His weight class, yes.
I don't think Crawford will get caught with anything stupid, And I definitely don't think he'll quit if he gets buzzed.
No, he's not, because he's been buzzed before and he's never quit. So yeah, he won't. Yeah, he won't quit. I mean, it's interesting. I like Tank a lot. I think he's the best at 140, but he hasn't fought any of those guys. So
and he's not. Floyd, he's not going to fight those guys.
Yeah,
he's gonna it's gonna be maybe a Pitbull Cruz rematch, and Pitbull.
That'd be so crazy. And Pitbull, he's so trash.
That my God,
was so bad, bro. And then he fought dirty. He's just why would he take? They're not gonna take that fight.
He got lucky. Tank broke his hand. Tank was fighting with one hand.
Tank would have murdered him.
Oh my God.
Tank would have murdered him.
I forgot who. Was it a magazine? I saw someone's top 10 and they had fucking Pitbull Cruz in there. I'm like, really?
Why?
Exactly. So what do you do?
I don't get that. I mean, I don't do pound for pound lists because it's just too tough. I like a lot of fighters. I just want to see the top guys fight the top guys. I could care less. I'm not really, I'm not really a fan of one guy and be like, yo, that's my guy for life. Like Tito was. Tito was the last guy.
Me too.
No matter what, I'm rooting for Tito, and then Sweet Pea before that. But other than that, there's really nobody out there that
What about this trash? And you and I are very big fans of this man, Socrates, our boy Tyson Fury fighting Francis.
That's another trash fight.
What a clown!
It's a money fight.
But it's not even but it's a waste of time.
Anyone who's seen Francis fight in the cage, this dude runs at you like this.
It's just it's a waste.
And those punches come here. He is going to get destroyed. Unless Tyson, which I think, because Tyson's out of his mind, I think he carries him by at least. You think he does the job?
Imagine he does the job.
Well, the supposed money that he's getting is $50 million.
Yeah,
that's what's reported.
Yeah,
and
we know Francis is getting paid more than he's ever got. Because
he's getting at least double digits. At least he's got to get at least $10 million.
Yeah.
At least 20. Well, he has to get 20 because I just read Nate Diaz got 10 for the Jake Paul fight, which is crazy.
No.
Yes.
I can't believe that. That's nuts.
He got 10 mil.
Really?
That's nuts.
10 million.
Well, with the pay-per-view and stuff, and wow. Shit.
10 million.
That's
crazy.
Was awful.
So how much did Jake? How much did Jake get?
I didn't see Jake's first. I just saw Nate's first, and that was high.
Believe it or not, Jake
more than his all his UFC fights. I think they said that he surpassed all of them with just that one payday.
That's nuts.
Jake on the books, as stupid as it sounds, could take less, but because he has so many other outlets that he makes bread from. So that's wow.
Yep.
That's why he did it, probably.
I mean, but that was awful. I was
fascinating.
I mean, it had its moments. It was entertaining a little bit.
Nah, it wasn't. It was just.
But you don't like Diaz. You can't stand it.
No, I mean, and he was just like, it just looked ridiculous. And it's time, bro. People need to stop paying to see this kid fight guys in their late 40s that are strikers and not even boxers.
Yeah.
And
he should fight
his brother is fighting somebody, right?
Instead of one time fighting, how about Jake Paul fight Clarissa Shields? Clarissa Shields says she's with it. That'd make a lot of money.
The funny thing is,
I think she stops him. I said she stops him.
Nah, she doesn't even stop chicks.
She'll beat him.
She'll stop him to the body. That body looks soft. That body looks soft on Jake Paul.
I think she'll look good until she gets hit.
He has to hit her, but I don't know if he could even hit her. I don't even know. He was having trouble hitting Tommy Fury, bro.
Yeah,
Tommy Fury is
that's
Tommy Fury, and now he's fighting KSI. KSI is the worst.
Okay, right. KSI, but I heard Logan Paul's fighting somebody.
He's fighting Dylan Dennis, but Dylan Dennis is
there you go.
The ultimate troll, the biggest troll on
Twitter. I don't even know who that guy is.
And he pulled out of 3 fights.
He used to train with Conor McGregor. That's his claim to fame.
But yo, this dude talks the most. Like, he's the worst on Twitter. Like, and like he puts on Twitter, if anyone who likes this, I'll send them like $500. Like, he's one of those dudes and talks so much crap. And you didn't see the brawl outside of, I think it was the last Jake Paul fight, that the security guard hit him and almost knocked him out. I'm like, now you're gonna fight Logan Paul. Logan Paul's gonna knock him out.
He's better off wrestling, man. He does better, fucking.
But Logan Paul,
Jake is a better boxer.
Logan Paul's a great wrestler.
He's
a work.
He's done it more.
The work.
He's a natural, bro.
That dude is a natural athlete. He's
filthy. Yeah,
that's better. But he's not a boxer.
No.
You saw the fight against Floyd. That shit was a joke. He was like swinging his forearms.
It was bad, and his hands were down here. So he's like, Jake is definitely the better boxer.
The fake stuff, he's better off at.
Jake 100% is the better boxer.
Yeah, but he looked bad too. He looked like he got gassed out against Diaz too, which is crazy.
Well, because the first round he blew his load in the first round, trying to knock him out.
Crazy.
And I thought he wasn't going to stop him the first round. I was like, he's going to stop him.
I thought so too. I thought he was going to quit Diaz.
But I thought so too. I thought he was going to do something stupid. And, but
and he almost did, because he looked like he was going to choke him out in the later rounds, right? Because he had him in like the guillotine for a minute, but he didn't, And then he even mentioned that in the post fight.
Yep.
But supposedly they're going to fight in the cage.
Yes, he did say that
for the PFL.
Yeah. Yes, he did say that.
People saying that's a huge L for Dana White if that happens.
But it ain't going to be under UFC, so that wouldn't.
PFL. It's its own league.
Yeah, it's not.
And they have ESPN behind it. That's interesting.
Pettis fought in the PFL. He fought for the championship. Anthony Pettis fought a couple months back.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting, because UFC is in bed with ESPN, and wow.
And that's PFL is where Clarissa Shields fights too. She fights in the PFL.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys probably have heard of it. Just ESPN and triggered. You know that Mike Coppinger, the ESPN boxing guy, didn't get credentialed for the fight last Spence and
yes, I heard it was Al Heyman or one of those guys.
Yeah.
I think Espinoza from Showtime. Whoever. And when you went on ESPN, you have to scroll down to see, the result of Spence, and instead of it being the main thing, they gave the UFC the top billing on their website.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, there's a lot of hatred, because I think Coppinger was the one that reported the fight happening, and it wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple years ago. Remember, he reported that.
Yes.
It was Coppinger that reported it, I think.
Yeah,
and he broke it the first time it was supposed to happen. It didn't happen like a couple months ago, and then he's the one who kept breaking the story is going to happen, and they kept not happening.
Yeah.
But Steven Espinoza is sensitive, because I follow him on Twitter. He's a sensitive guy.
Yeah.
And Espinoza used to be with Golden Boy. He was like their lawyer. So he's been around a minute. So maybe there's bad blood going from way back. But that's kind of petty. I mean, to do it to ESPN. I mean, ESPN. I'm not a fan,
Well,
but they're the #1 brand in
Yeah.
sports news.
well, because there's nothing else. Fox One doesn't have any news anymore. But remember, Espinoza and Paulie got beef. Paulie
Right.
hates Espinoza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think your boy Rick doesn't like Espinoza either. Glazer.
Rick is the man, bro.
He's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
asshole.
No, he's not. He's a good guy.
He's a troll too. He's a glorified troll.
But he knows
No,
his
no,
shit.
no,
He knows his
no.
stuff,
He's
though, bro.
he's been around for a long
But
time. He
he
used to work with Don King
Yeah, he doesn't like Al. So even
He
if
calls
Al
Al,
does something
but
good,
because he doesn't get money because he
he's gonna
can't
hate on it. Yeah,
because he if he's not getting any money from it, he's
Hey,
he's gonna shit on it.
He calls Al out on his BS too, and the matchmaking and all that stuff like that. He calls him out on it.
yeah. But
Respect
what
it.
I'm trying to say is that's fine. We all do that with all the promoters. But when Al does something good and when there is a good show, he's still trying to criticize.
No, I've read
Yeah.
stuff that he's posted giving Al Heyman credit, and he's like, I've read stuff where he's giving credit. Yeah, he gave him a lot of credit for the Spence fight and stuff like that, making it happen and stuff like that. He gives him credit, but it's like 70-30 him
Honestly,
shitting
I don't
on.
think so. I think he gives Spence credit. I think he said Spence is the one that made the fight. Not
I read something that he gave Heyman credit, but it's 70-30 him shitting on Al and those guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he gives him credit here and there.
What happened to it was supposed to be Benavidez and Morrell? That fell through, and now
Well, now you have
Benavidez
him
is
and Boo Boo.
that's
Got it. Yeah.
that's an interesting fight.
But why?
You
why
know
are they
what?
putting it on pay-per-view?
Well, because Benavidez, Boo Boo, after he loses this fight, because he's gonna lose. Goodbye,
Yeah.
Boo Boo, because
Yes.
you wasted 5 good years of your career.
His
Yep.
biggest mistake was taking that fucking Rockefeller money.
And then he signed with Star Boxing. Remember, then he was a free agent and he signed with Star
He was supposed
Boxing.
to fight Charlo, and he.
Well,
pulled
I
out.
think he was right. He was
And it was
with Joe
because of
DeGuardia.
the Rockefeller deal, I think.
Yeah, and then remember he signed with Star Boxing for a while too, a couple months back. And we're like, why would you sign with Star Boxing? You're a free agent.
This guy, I think Boo Boo's a great fighter, but we
So
never
do I.
got to see him fight anybody and prove it. Like he's not fight any of the top guys.
But talk about career suicide. That dude.
But he's been unlucky that one time because he was supposed to fight Saunders,
Yes,
and Saunders popped.
that was going to be his. Wait till Reno.
All right, yeah. Wait till it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, Reno, because you popped out. But he's been unlucky also. So like he's pulled out of the fight with Charlo, but he got unlucky with Saunders because that would have been his next big fight, Joe Saunders, and then Joe Saunders pops dirty. And then what happens? After Joe Saunders pops dirty, Saunders gets to fight with Canelo. And Andretti doesn't get to fight with Canelo. So
he was a title holder.
Yeah, he's been unlucky, and it would have been nice to see him in there with Canelo. I think that would have been a good fight because I think Andretti is good. I think he got skills, but he's obviously a lot older now.
Not a big punt.
He's not a big puncher.
Tom and I were talking behind the scenes. My boy that I used to play basketball at the YMCA, he posted something on his Insta. He was playing ball with your boy Berlanga
in Florida.
He was hooping. He was hooping with him here.
Okay.
Berlanga, yeah, and I missed. Maybe he could hoop because my man posted like they went 5-0 that night. So maybe Berlanga got skills.
Okay,
maybe he's a better basketball player.
Take a basketball than boxing.
He's a better basketball player. And he looked tall too. How tall is he?
And that Egg is about 6 feet.
I was gonna say because he was kind of like
he's definitely 6 feet.
Everyone else I was playing, yeah, he looked. tall.
He's definitely 6 feet. Well,
how many fouls?
Him and Saunders was talking back and forth. So maybe that's a fight. I mean, that's a fight that should be easy to make. They're both under.
I was talking. I think they're gonna give him
Matchroom.
I'm sure with that contract when he signed with Matchroom, either Jaime or Canelo's promise. Canelo's gone, so now you got to give him Jaime. And he can.
That's a good
as
fight.
Much as I dislike
good
him,
TV fight.
I think he can. As much as I dislike him, he can beat Jaime because Jaime's just.
Yeah, but Jaime's
a punching bag, bro.
That's a good TV fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but they have a good working relationship.
Wants to do. I don't think they will do it though.
Why not? I think they have a good working relationship with his own.
Yeah.
Well, Oscar likes him.
I think it's a good fight.
Oscar and Berlanga had a good relationship, and now they kind of strayed. But I guess they're getting back together. Oscar's gonna give Jaime a fight he can win, and Berlanga's a winnable fight.
Yeah, it's also a winnable fight for Berlanga because Jaime.
It could be a type of fight that happens, and Golden Boy gets options on Berlanga. Which happens. Maybe not. Not as the head promoter, but it gets a piece of it.
Then if he wins the fight, then you're gonna have to,
Yeah.
There's gonna be co-promotion.
Yeah, I can see something like that. That's a good fight. I mean, obviously,
I would see it.
Stylistically, they mesh well. It's just who's got the better chin. Because they're not. And Berlanga's a decent puncher.
Jaime hasn't been knocked down. Jaime has taken shots because he was getting rocked last fight too.
Which did he get knocked down that fight?
No, I don't think so. I just know,
to my knowledge, I don't think he's ever been dropped.
Okay. If Dervin Chayco doesn't get knocked down, he wins the fight.
Yeah,
he got knocked down.
That guy, talk about bad luck. and that guy's fought everyone.
Jobbed.
Yeah,
he's fought everyone. He's got about 17 pro fights, and he probably has like 6 or 7 tough fights on that resume.
Absolutely.
Charlo, Golovkin, Danny Jacobs. He's been in there with.
That's my next question. Glad you mentioned that name. Did he officially retire, Danny Jacobs? Because one minute he's coming back, the next minute he's not coming back. He's back. He's not. He's back.
I think he's done. Who's he going to fight?
I think we're trying to get him in Berlanga.
Yes, that was the last thing that I heard. I mean, the loss to Ryder doesn't look as bad now because of the way Ryder performed against Canelo.
Yeah.
But I think he should retire. Especially, I mean, he's been a pro for a while. And Danny is always seen as someone that could do stuff outside of boxing.
Yeah.
He's made good money. Hopefully he has most of it. I don't think there's a need for him to go.
He was with Angela Simmons for a while. He's living a good life, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He shouldn't. I don't think he should box anymore.
But I mean, if they want to do a Berlanga fight, I can see that. I can see a Berlanga fight. Kind of like the passing of the torch, so to speak. But
I also heard Jaime and Jacobs, which is fine too.
Trying to boost up on Jaime. That could backfire. That could definitely backfire, especially after his last fight.
That Ryder fight is probably going over a year, no?
Yeah. He hasn't fought in a while. It's been over a year.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you want to be anybody's stepping stone.
No, at his age, no.
No. He's got to be the same age as Sean Porter.
About
he's Porter. Yeah. I remember when he got stopped by the Ukrainian fighter. Who got sick and never fought again.
Sleep. He was sleep.
Yeah. And that guy caught some disease or something like that, and he had to retire early.
He retired after that fight, or he fought
the Matrix. I forgot. I just remember his nickname. They used to call him the Matrix. I don't remember. I remember that was on the undercard of some pay-per-view.
It's like a weird name, like Pitfall or something like that.
What was the name?
I remember they used to call him the Matrix. It was the undercard of like maybe it was when Golden Boy was still with Showtime, if I remember correctly. It might have been like a Floyd pay-per-view.
Okay.
But that guy was good. He was talented. And we got what? Usyk.
I knew it was
Pirog.
Yeah, I knew it was like it was with a P.
Dimitri Pirog.
Dimitri Pirog. Yeah. That was a big upset.
Yeah, he did fight after that. Yeah, he fought a few times after that, and then he retired undefeated. But that was upset. The other fights they were, I think, in Russia. It looks like. So Crazy.
Yeah,
But
retired in 2012.
Yeah, they called him the Grandmaster.
Wasn't the Matrix? I think the Matrix.
Loma's the Matrix. But they might have called him the Matrix.
I don't know.
Whatever.
The Russians, they play chess, so man, maybe that's why they got the Grandmaster.
Yeah,
they're known for
soccer just lumping them all into a box. That's all.
Why not?
Or they like to play games and poker. Let's play some fucking cards. The KBG for rounders. That's my shit.
Pay that man.
Pay him his money. He beats me. It's
36. The Miracle Man, Danny J. Yeah. Danny needs to chill.
I think so. He got a good story,
and
I think he's Hall of Fame. He'll probably be. I think he's Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I think out of his backstory, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I think he does eventually get in. And then what? Usyk and Dubois.
That's another ham and egg fight.
Oh God!
And then you have Zhang and what's his name? I mean, I'm just thinking of the fights that are supposed to happen before September.
Right? Is that in September? I know the last fight in September is Charlo and Canelo.
Well, September 30th, right? I mean, before September. Yeah.
The Juggernaut with
Joe Joyce.
Zhang is.
Can Zhang repeat what he did? I mean, Zhang, if he wins, he just got to wait, because I mean, he is 40.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure if he beats Joyce, then he just waits his turn, to try to get Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury is probably going to take this fight and then bow out again, leave the game again.
Probably.
If he gets
held the division up,
he's not 50 million. He doesn't want to fight Usyk.
No, Usyk caved to every demand he wanted, and then he just continued to move the goalpost, and it's ridiculous.
He doesn't.
I'm the biggest Tyson Fury fan. So was my man Socrates, but I can't. I tell people, I can't defend what he's doing.
Yeah, you like the weirdos. That's what you like.
Hey, listen, man. Anyone who beat your boy,
he did me two favors. He beat the most boring fight in the history of the heavyweight division in Vladimir Klitschko. And he took out a fraud in Deontay Wilder.
Well,
he did fraud
twice.
He did that too.
Ask Willie Scott.
Yeah, everybody knows that first fight should have been stopped as soon as he hit the canvas. In any other fights,
here we go.
You see, y'all getting me started. In any other motherfucking fights, the ref sees a guy hit the canvas the way he hit it, and they stop the fight. There's no count. You know it.
Leave my guy alone. That's a great referee. My man from Staten Island.
Give him a 10 count.
The ref's discretion, bro, and he used his discretion.
The other reason they fought Tyson was because they thought he was coked up at 500 pounds.
They thought he was done. You know it.
He beat that Dawser.
Yeah,
you know it. He knows it.
Beat the crap out of him.
All I know is Tyson Fury always be a favorite of mine because he got me 3 cases of Stone Cold that are still here.
Because I lost the bet. You ain't shit. You haven't even drank it? Because that shit
still got some here. I drank some. I still got some here.
It's well aged.
Beer. Well, that's.
Listen, I mean, I can't blame him for taking the Francis fight. I mean, if he's getting supposedly $50 million, it's a lot of bread, bro.
But here's the thing. For me, is
it's a way.
Nobody he always says he talks all this crap again. And the disclosure, I'm a big, huge Fury fan. He always says the fights are not about money, but yet you're fighting Francis, and it's about money.
Right.
So he talks out both sides of his mouth.
He ain't.
Of course.
Don't forget the Otto Wallin fight. They should have stopped that fight too. But they had to save it. The Otto Wallin, any other fight, they've stopped it. He was bleeding.
I don't do hypotheticals. I can't do hypotheticals.
You guys,
this guy is a Tyson Fury hater, bro.
That fight should have been stopped as well.
There's no hate like white on white hate.
Oh my God, bro!
White on white hate, go fuck yourself.
Oh my God, this guy with a Tyson Fury hate.
But it's the truth, though, man. Tell me I'm lying. The Otto Wallin fight should have been stopped.
The man had two opportunities to get his get back. 2 opportunities to get his get back, and got whooped both times. Whooped.
Yeah, that's somebody that actually I would like to see back in the mix. Wallin.
Well, he was a possible opponent for Anthony Joshua. He was named, but he's
Still
dangerous,
fucked
so you're
Joshua
not gonna
up.
put him in there.
'Cause
Yeah,
he
he's too
looked good in
dangerous.
that Fury fight.
Well,
I
his
think-
last fight he looked good too. Didn't he fight on the? I think he fought on the Ortiz Ruiz card. Did he?
I don't think so. I haven't seen him. Sock, you said you
I-
saw him.
Fought.
You looked
I
it
would
up.
like-
We was
I
on the
would
phone,
like
you
to
told me you looked it up.
I would like to see Wallin and Jared Anderson. I think that's a good fight. I think it's a good measuring stick.
You can't put Jared
Yeah,
Anderson
you
with
can't.
him.
Not yet.
Why
No,
not?
Because
Yeah.
Wallen looked good against
Not yet.
the guy that's
He's-
the champ.
He's
And Jared
32.
Anderson, he didn't look good his last fight.
No.
Yeah, and he didn't
Because-
against Martin. There's no way they put him in there. Put Wallen.
Well,
again,
Wallin,
who's
well,
thinking?
Wallin, since Fury, he fought. He
that wouldn't
stopped
happen again.
Travis Kaufman. He Dominic Brazil, who's a burger with fries, and then he fought Kamil Skowalski, who's 11-24. Rydell Booker, So and that was he hadn't fought since January 27th.
Yeah, he hasn't.
So
He hasn't fought much.
against.
No, I'm saying, but I wouldn't put him with Jared Anderson. I don't think Anderson's
Not yet.
ready. That's why Anderson's taking this fight now because he didn't like the way he looked against Martin.
Well, yeah, you could put, but Jared Anderson got to slow his roll, bro. This dude, he talks crazy.
He was talking. Well, he said that he wants to retire within 2 years. That's what he said.
Then to me, what that says to me is you don't love boxing, and the game
Exactly.
And boxing will,
But he has
boxing
a lot of
will retire you soon.
Doesn't he suffer from anxiety? Doesn't he suffer from anxiety or something?
Well,
all these dudes born after 1997 do.
Yeah.
That is
I could have said it better myself.
The hot
That's
excuse now
hilarious.
is the anxiety, depression.
Well, that's in case of emergency, break glass, anxiety.
But they mentioned that before his last fight, that because he's from Ohio, but he moved away from there. He couldn't be around there anymore. Some shit like that.
No,
That's
he said he wants to retire.
That's why he has the dog. He has the dog there too, just to help
his brother.
Yeah,
his brother's locked up. I know he doesn't come from. He comes from a hardened background.
Yeah,
I think he's a lot of talent. Kind of, I don't want to say Riddick Bowe, but that's who you kind of, you think of.
Yeah.
Last time had a nice American heavyweight with that type of skill. Top Rank knows how to make fighters, knows how to make stars.
Supposedly he did knock down or knock out Fury in training. Like that was a rumor.
Fury confirmed it too. Fury said,
he's sparring.
Fury said he's a bad man. But then again, it's with Fury, you got to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Yeah, because he's the fucking.
Yeah, he's.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about the heavyweight division anymore because you guys outnumber me 2-1. So I'm not gonna.
Kind of like the three. Kind of like the fight series between Wilder and. And
and look at the time. It looks like time to go to sleep.
So the odds. So if anyone wants to make a couple of bucks, you said, Tom, that Navarrete is a plus 175.
No, Navarrete is plus 150. Valdez is a minus 175. The last I checked. So
okay,
which is almost 2-1.
Copy.
So Navarrete plus 150 is a nice little bet because you like Navarrete to win. So that,
Yeah, so do I.
I'm sure by stoppage might pay a little bit more. I don't see a stoppage happening. Valdez never been stopped. He's been knocked down. I don't see Valdez getting stopped, but you never know.
No, I don't think he'll get stopped. I think he'll lose, but he won't get stopped. It's not.
So you're picking Navarrete as well.
Navarrete. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm picking Valdez. I haven't been doing good on my picks lately.
Listen, Valdez. Valdez is a skilled dude, and maybe the guy that's similar was Brichelt, and Brichelt was killing dudes.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
absolutely.
He was murking dudes.
Bro,
he knocked him down like 4 times.
Yeah, and like you said, it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt since he was, on the Flintstone vitamins, and then he hasn't looked great ever since. So, but I just like Navarrete. Navarrete is He's a dog, man. That guy's he's never in a dull fight.
I just feel like, and it's
He outwills
cliche, but
people.
I just it's cliche to say, but I just feel like he's hungrier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Valdez already reached the mountaintop of that division. You know what I mean? You got a
He's
dude
still
coming up with a lot to prove, and
Valdez still has the same trainer, Canelo's guy. Canelo's trainer, he's still the same guy, same trainer.
Is he with Reynoso? I don't. I think so because they would have mentioned
How much attention you think he'll be getting with Canelo training for?
because his father used to train him.
Okay.
So I don't know. Also, let me see. I don't see anything.
I didn't watch the weigh-in, so I'm sure the weigh-in he would have been there, but I didn't see the weigh-in. I just read the article that Navarrete, had to strip to make weight. So I heard they were very respectful. That's what it's saying here.
No, wait up. Oscar Valdez. I think now, from what I'm digging in the crates, I think he's with Manny Robles.
Is that Manny Robles? Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
That's no. I'm sorry. He left Robles. That's right. He was his original trainer. So I guess he's still with
Reynoso.
Yeah, he's still with Reynoso.
I don't see Reynoso though. That's the thing. Let me see.
But yeah, I mean, at this stage, the guy's got so many fights. I mean,
Well, Crossroads.
What's he going to teach him?
Yeah,
Crossroads fight. That's what it is.
Yeah, what's he going to teach him? At this stage,
yeah.
Yes, sir. What was how was SmackDown tonight? I saw that Ray beat your boy.
Made no sense, boy.
A-Town down.
A-Town. I'm not an A-Town. A-Town down, but why would you put that title on Rey Mysterio? Doesn't need it.
No.
It makes no sense.
They should put on the other guy.
He supposedly got hurt. Like Theory.
The other
what's gonna happen is Tom said it and I agreed with him. Santos gonna turn heel. Gonna turn on Ray.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna have a heel unite because dude is a born heel. He was a heel on Next. He was killing it on Next as a heel. You bring him as a face. Now he's gonna turn on. He's gonna turn.
Yeah. I wonder what happens to LWO. Maybe now.
Well, they're all gonna turn heel. They're all gonna turn heel.
Maybe we see Carlito because
Carlito's
supposed to come in, right?
Well, maybe Carlito saves Ray from getting the beatdown.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So it's like the old school against the new guys.
And then I was telling Tom too, it's enough having my man beat up Hit Row. Come on, bro. Man, they had LA Knight beating up Top
he's fighting bums.
On TV?
Today.
Top
it's
Dollar.
Good, though. You're getting him on TV. He's getting the exposure. The company's starting. You can see, like, the churn is starting to happen. They're getting behind them. Dude is everywhere. Mets game. He's a new spokesman for Slim Jim. I think he did the one of the betting sites. Dude is all over the place. Company's getting behind them. But, and then, I guess that's just a stay busy match. You get him on TV, feed the fans a little bit, keep him happy. Because, his next feud is going to be with The Miz, which is good. Miz is going to make him look like $1 million.
He's like the new DDP, huh? The old guy getting the break late. That's big DDP.
Yeah.
I was a DDP mark. My favorite DDP match, DDP and Sting. DDP and Sting on Nitro. Great match.
Yes.
Great match. He had him set up for the diamond cutter, grab onto the ropes, put him in the Scorpion Death Drop. Match. That was a great match.
Well, DDP might have was the only wrestler to really make Goldberg look good. Goldberg had his best matches versus DDP.
That was a great match.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That was a pay-per-view. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's So DDP was good. I like DDP.
DDP was good, man, and of course, WWE did him wrong. You could have had him become a stalker, and he could have been great.
Yeah.
Could have given him a bunch of matches. I would just, as you hear him talk about, that he wanted to match The Rock. How great that match would have been. And The Rock would have been great. The People's Champ versus the People's Champ.
Crazy.
It's true.
DDP said he asked for it, and they said no, and they turned him into a stalker, stalking Undertaker's wife. So dumb.
And I was him and Randy. You know,
they had a feud in WCW, right?
Who?
Orton, Randy Orton.
Oh, I thought you said Randy.
Oh,
Randy,
not the match.
I think Randy Savage.
Just because of the move.
Yeah. Okay.
Randy Savage loved DDP.
Yeah.
And I heard.
Well,
DDP
he helped.
saying,
He helped put DDP on the map.
And I heard an interview with DDP. DDP said Randy called him and asked him could he use a move or put a different spin on it, and DDP gave him his blessing. Like, go ahead.
Oh, for Orton?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Called DDP. Yeah, the Orton called DDP and asked him, "Can I use a move but put a little spin on it?" And he was like, "Go ahead, my brother."
And I think because originally wasn't it from this guy, Johnny Ace? Used to use that move in Japan, the Ace Cutter.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but only.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada bang.
My wife's gonna come out and beat the shit out of me now.
And
remember he was gonna sue Rockefeller for stealing the diamond.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Dead ass. Yes.
DDP is from that. It's from that original tribe, brother. Don't mess with them. That's what I'm gonna say.
DDP is ready. DDP said he was gonna sue Rockefeller for stealing the diamond sign.
He was doing that before the Rock. There's no fucking.
Yeah, he was.
I never heard of this. It's the first time I ever heard of this.
Yeah, that's the first time. What interview?
Yes, I heard it.
Interview not too long ago.
I didn't know. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, they straight jacked. They just didn't bang, but it was.
It's
The Rock.
You know, the big time Rock Mark, Jay-Z Mark, Julius. You know Julius Reno?
I don't think so.
Julius is a big time. Yeah, he's a big time.
Yeah, he's actually a Jigga man.
I've hung out with Julius at parties and shit. And you see him doing this shit in a party back in the day.
I stay shitting on him with Ether. He bodied his man.
He got bodied. It's good to mention today was the 50-year anniversary of hip hop,
and I think that's how we ended. Look, we ended with hip hop.
We started off by saying "Happy Birthday, Hip Hop," and now we're ending it talking about your boy. You're a Jay-Z Mark too?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because I'm not. I like him, but I don't.
I think, and I get into a lot of discussions with people. I think he is overrated.
I think so
he's
too.
Cool. I think he's very overrated, but I get that.
Yeah,
you crazy? I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's nice. I mean,
I'm hot and cold.
Nice.
You know what's funny? I back then, I didn't really like his stuff, but I actually like listening to it now, which is kind of weird, right? Like I'll listen to it more.
Listen, I'm not getting in the car. I'm like, you know what? Let me put this Jay-Z album on. It never happened.
No, yeah.
Although I do like the last album, 444. I think that's my favorite album. But other than that, I'm like, you know what? I'm in the mood.
His first album was great.
I don't like that.
Reasonable Doubt?
I'm not a Reasonable Doubt guy.
There was a lot of classics on that.
Yeah.
That was a great album. Just like
I mean Brooklyn's Finest
was great too. Right? And then after that, but the first album was great. You can't say it wasn't. You can't say it was good. It was great.
I don't like it. I never liked it. I always had this argument with people too. I'm like, and then my man's like, yo, listen to it now, you'll get, and I listened to it like 5 months ago and I was still like, meh.
Hey. So stand in your square, brother. Stand in your square.
Who's one of your favorite MCs?
Nas is one of my favorites.
Nas is one of mine.
Nas, man. I'm a big, anyone you talk to any of my boys, they be like, oh, this dude with Nas, bro. I'm like, yeah, it's my guy. Matter of fact, I'm going to Nas and Wu-Tang in September.
Okay.
And you went to a show yesterday? You said
I was at 50 Cent in the Barclays.
In the Barclays? Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Why you didn't go to Yankee Stadium today?
I I could have, but I had things to do. You don't realize how, because 50 Cent did a set, not counting any guests. He did a set that was like 2 hours long, and some songs he didn't do them in the entirety. You don't realize how many hits that dude has, because he left shit on the table that he didn't perform. That like big hits. You don't realize how many hits he had. Dude has so many hits.
What happened to Versus?
It's coming back in September.
Really?
It's coming back in September.
What are you gonna put on?
It's Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri in the Garden.
But Diddy, what is Diddy gonna do?
Diddy's gonna play all
remixes?
those.
He's gonna dance.
Hits.
He's gonna dance. He's gonna dance. He's gonna dance.
All those bad boy hits.
I'm gonna shut y'all down real quick because I think I'm gonna be going to Guns N' Roses next week. My life. Yeah, baby. She's got eyes of the bluest sky. Nigga, what?
Well, I went to see.
So let me ask you a question. You go to Guns N' Roses. How many Dominican concerts? How many bachata concerts you been to?
Well, a couple years back, I went to Stone Temple Pilots. That was great.
Oh,
and I went to 9 Inch, and I've been to 9 Inch Nails. I've been to a bunch of concerts. Well, one of my boys who I played football with, his boy is head of Rock Nation. No, not Rock Nation. Rock the shit that does concerts. Rock Live Nation.
Live Nation. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Live Nation.
I know a few 9 Inch Nail marks, but they were all white boys though.
Wow.
Funny you say that. This is the first time. It was in Joan Beach Theater, the concert, right? So we went. Now my boy, that's
a good venue.
Pat. Yeah, my boy Pat. He used to be my offensive lineman. So this dude is like 6'8", 320.
Irish.
Yeah,
Pat, right?
Dude.
So what was his last name? It started with an O.
Johnson.
Oh, okay. Pat O'Halloran.
Yeah. So he had something to do really quick, right? So he said, "Yo, go. I'll meet you I will let you in." So he forgot something. So I get stopped at the door, and they're like, "What?"
Oh man, Reno's chin is shaky. The flash knockdown, but he gets up.
I got stopped.
You good?
Yeah.
Good?
They said
you
don't belong at this concert, dark man. You don't belong here.
No.
Yeah, they stopped me, dude. Like they weren't gonna let me in until he came. Yeah.
Get the fuck.
So you was the only dark guy in.
I was the only dark skinned guy there.
At Jones Beach?
Yeah. For that concert,
wow.
yeah. It was all like grunge. It was all like grunge bands and stuff like that.
We're gonna start clowning you in the chat like we do fucking Flex. Yo, that shit was funny yesterday. Was it yesterday, the day before? You said Flex. Who's the top five Uncle Toms you know, excluding yourself? He said excluding yourself, and he says number 1, Socrates Palmer.
Listen, I know Flex for over 30 years, sir.
Yeah.
I know him, and he knows that I'm saying the truth, sir. He is the biggest.
The biggest
Oreo there is.
The biggest Uncle Tom. The biggest Uncle Tom.
That's why he likes Karl Malone as his favorite player.
He's Uncle Tom, huh?
I think you gotta edit this out, Tom.
No. We gotta leave it here, and then I'm gonna clip it, right? This part, and then when Flex comes on next week, we're like, yo, Flex, we just last week, you wasn't on, and we had somebody mention this about you. Is this true? And then we just
bury you.
That's it. Golden shovel, baby. We get it with that John Cena shovel. The Hogan shovel. Not even the Hogan shovel. The 80 Hogan shovel. It's not gonna work for me, brother. It's not gonna work for me, brother.
I didn't know. The Bret Hart Hulk Hogan hate is real. He was some interview. He's some interview, and they asked him his Mount Rushmore of WWF. It was like Piper, Savage, Undertaker, and Stone Cold. Yeah, Hogan. Yo,
today was Hogan's birthday, but which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's right. He's a Leo.
They put it on
racist or not, Hogan is still my all-time favorite. I grew up on him, bro.
Hey, he's a man.
Racist or not, you just went to a fucking 9 Inch Nails concert, and you was the only dark-skinned guy there. So
yeah, and I went to Stone Temple Pilots and a venue. Yeah, I've been to a bunch of those things. I used to go with my boy all the time. But that same boy also got me. It was a couple years back. There was a festival in Citi Field, and Jay-Z had his own stage, and he performed like one of his old albums. So I got to see Jay-Z too.
You're one big concert. You go to every concert. I think I only been to one concert, which is Mark Anthony, and that was a long time ago.
Mark Anthony puts in that work.
Yeah, that's the only concert, and that was years ago.
When I go to Barclays, bro, it's free. Food is free and everything else free. Yeah.
Sick invite. Brett Ortiz voice.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that was a good outro. Getting that fucking flex. Kwee was good. Thanks for coming through. But yeah, that was dope. We need Flex to get on.
Your boys still licking their wounds from Errol Spence, bro?
You see, you're the biggest fucking troll.
No, I'm not. Not yet. Not yet.
Everybody's good.
Because I want to troll them to their face.
Nah, we'll eventually get on because I think I want to try to do like collab us with, some of my peoples in TWT and talk football because they're from different areas and they rock
right around the
teams and it'll be good, to just collab. And they some of them are very knowledgeable too, and it'll be great because they're clowns like us and we go at it. It'll be dope. They get at me with the Seahawks, they clown me with Gino, just like you guys do. You guys are a little bit more respectful. They go Reno dropping out. Then the rest of the chat, they be, y'all guys be getting at me. But they're Cowboy fans. Kwee's a Cowboy fan, but she's from Dallas. She's in Texas. Gabe, you met G5, you spoke to him. He's a Cowboy fan. D Free, Commanders, but we know a Commanders fan in Geo, right?
Yes.
We have Jet fan. Flex is a Jet fan. We got faggot ass Brett. He's an Eagle fan. Remember, whenever we see Brett, we always got to start it off with those 2 words in the beginning.
You really trying to get your joint shadow banned?
I'm not for saying that. They're not gonna shadow ban.
Bro, that F word is Rainbow Mafia.
But come on, man, it's just an hour and a half we've been on, and I just dropped it once. They're gonna for that word, and it's Brett's name. Fuck Brett. No, hopefully, so we got Brett, Malvin. Malvin's a Cowboy fan.
We need to get that Cowboy Eagle debate on tape.
I mean, we got the whole NFC East in the chat, so they always go at it. I love it when one of them loses and the other 3 roast them. So
there's nothing better when.
Oh, it's nothing but it's so. You see, so I got Cowboy fans. Quicky's Cowboy, and her man G5 also over there, Cowboy fan. So we got a bunch of people. I want to try to do this. Maybe we could try to set something up next week, next Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna do something on the Seahawks always, just like a little show, and just talk about the game and whatever. But to do an overall, like we could do fantasy football too.
You need to link up with your peoples out in the West Coast.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like those teams have what do they call it? Booster clubs. So see it. What you need to do. The live from the bar.
I'm definitely gonna do. I mentioned that when I was doing the Seahawks game. I'm definitely gonna do one. Maybe not the first.
Don't say the name. Ain't giving nobody no free ad.
Well, I did to say the name, but not that anybody's gonna really go to to the bar. but there's actually more than one Seahawk bar in the city. I only been to one. There's another one.
Really?
Yeah, there's another one which is bigger because it's I want to say either Washington or Washington State bar. So like the owner of the bar, I think, is from one of those two universities, and they show Seahawk games there. So, so I'm not sure which one. It's one of the it's a big college, either Washington or Washington State. So it's like a Huskies or a Cougar bar, right? Because it's Washington State is the Cougars, and it's the Washington Huskies, yeah. So yeah. But I've never been to that bar.
I like a good Cougar bar.
Yeah, your wife's gonna fuck you up. She must be sleeping.
Knocked out.
Put in that
all right,
work.
all right.
I guess Reno's not popping back up. His battery probably died. I know he was on his phone. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it with that. I appreciate everybody that came through. Sock, appreciate you. My boy Reno, the mechanic. So hopefully next week we're gonna look in. I'm gonna try to touch base with people, see we set something up a little bit earlier, and then maybe we'll just strictly go to football. We'll do a football show, fantasy, and I'll try to get some of the fellas in and some of the TWT crew up in there, and we'll just talk some football. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, let me end it because I gotta wrap it up, and soccer starts. I'm into soccer now, so they play early in the morning tomorrow. Yeah, so thanks again, everybody that came through. Shout out TWT, the winning team, and we'll catch up with you sometime next week. Enjoy the fights tomorrow.
Peace.